Listen, when it comes to trading, some people don't want to use their own money. They want to leverage capital. And guess what? This tool has helped people pass their prop firm challenges. Prop firms are basically entities that allow you to trade using their capital. I won't get into the details of where the capital comes from and how it works, but if you pass their challenge, which proves that you know how to trade, have a consistent win rate with a balanced amount of profits, then you can pass the prop firm challenge. And then they give you the ability to trade using their money. Sometimes you may get up to $50,000 to trade with. The benefit of that is you don't have to have the $50,000, and if you trade with multiple contracts, you're not worried about blowing your account as if you were starting with a small amount, and then you can position yourself for higher profits. They get a percentage based on your win rate, you keep a percentage, and then they have whatever restrictions depending on the prop firm. That being said, some people love and prefer that. What I'm sharing with you, I'm not telling you to do that or not do that. The choice is yours. You can do a prop firm, you can use your own money. It's all up to you. But people have used this 4-metric system to pass prop firm challenges. What does that mean? That means that this tool is consistent enough to position you for profits, to position you to win, to position you to find A-plus setups throughout the day across multiple different tickers that could position you to make money and control your financial future. So I'm gonna show you what an A-plus setup looks like, and then I'm gonna show you in real time how to apply it inside the chart. And then if you want access to this tool, the link is down below, and that way you can tap into it, get access to it, and start using it to your advantage to be profitable or to pass prop firm challenges, or both. That being said, let's dive into it so you can see how it works, the A-plus setups, and if you want access, you know what to do, so do what you know. So this is what I mean by looking for A-plus setups. I said it because I wanted you to see how it looks on the screen. It's in, a couple of different places. But an A-plus buy setup, you want everything to be green. A high probability of the market going up, also known as going long. Green buy signal. So you'll see the green buy signal, which is the indicator that prints a green buy signal. So you want to see that. You want to see a green bullish bias. Remember I showed you the bias in the upper right hand corner. It's either going to say bullish, bearish, or neutral. If it's neutral, you don't do anything. You just wait. Patience is key in trade. Patience brings wealth in trade. So you look for a green bullish bias, which lets you know that the market has been going up. That's the bias. That's the nature of the market at the time. You look for a green trend bar. That's the wavelengths that I showed at the bottom of the screen. You want that to also be green. And then you're looking for a green power line. Power line that is green and horizontal basically says money is in the market right now at this time. Come get some. It's so many words. Once all those 4 things have been checked, consider that an A-plus buy setup. So it's a higher probability. Real simple. Real simple. 1, 2, 3, 4. For A-plus sell setup, what you're looking for is, pretty much the opposite, minus one thing, being identical. You're looking for a red sell signal. You're looking for a red bearish bias. You're looking for a red trend bar. And you're also looking for the green power line as well. That lets you know money is in the market. You want liquidity. You want to be able to get money out of the market at the right time, strategically, and rinse and repeat. This is an example of what an A-plus setup is based on these 4 things being in position once you have everything set up, once you get access to the group. Now, I'm going to go over real quick what's in the group so that way you understand what you're getting, and then let me know if you got any questions, anything you want me to clarify on, so that way I can incorporate it in other videos, and I know it can help others as well. All right, so here's the chart. This is the MNQ, which stands for the mini NASDAQ, and I'm just going to play the chart. It's going to play a little faster than typical, but I want to show you how the tool works so you can understand when you see an A-plus setup to have some confidence in taking the trade. Is it 100% successful? No, nothing is. However, it has a high success rate to the tune of 80% will hit the take profit typically if you see a A-plus setup. Now, let's pause it right here. Because one of the things you see right here is a confirmation buy. We just received a buy signal. The buy signal basically states that, okay, they think it's a good time to buy based on how it's programmed. We see a daily bias of bearish. That's what we don't like. We want a buy to match with a bullish, a sell to match with a bearish. Now, if this switches to bullish, now we're talking. And we have some bullish trends. It's trending in that direction. So it definitely seems like it could easily flip the switch and turn bullish. And then what happens is that becomes a plus setup once the daily bias matches. Right now we have 3 out of the 4, but we need this to convert to a bullish daily bias, because once you see a confirmed buy, a couple of things get plotted. They give you a stop loss, a good stop loss area, a good entry level. That's what the yellow line represents. Take profit 1, which has that high 80% profitability. Once you see an A plus trade, has an 80% chance of hitting that TP1. It also gives you a TP2 as well as a TP3. That being said, let's say hypothetically, well, no, let's see if it transfers over to bullish. So let's hit play. If it changes over to bullish, we've now just, basically shown a plus setup taking place in real time. But this is showing a buy signal, and we have some green trending, but it doesn't have the daily bias for bullish just yet. It's still below the entry mark where they recommend taking the trade, but it's just not saying bullish yet. Then you see a reverse sell. Let's pause it, because sometimes you may see multiple signals. I wanted to use this example because you have to determine if it's an A plus setup. So right now we're seeing a reverse sell signal. Got the stop loss, the entry line. We got the take profit here, take profit 2. And it can get a little confusing, but nonetheless, once you get familiar with it, you'll know how to decipher between the two. We got a daily bias of bearish, and we got a green bar right there for momentum and a little red right there. So there's looking a little A pluses in terms of taking a sell trade. So some people, what they would do is take a sell, but because they know that it's also a buy signal at play, they may just take the profit sooner, like just do a quick scalp trade and say, okay, I'm gonna do a sell, but I'm gonna take my profits before the TP1. So that's a strategy you may learn later, but I want to let it play out a little bit more just to see what we're working with. But I just want to let you see that sometimes you may get mixed signals to a degree, but if you know what you're looking at, then you don't just fall victim for whatever displays itself on the screen. And you see it's starting to reverse and go back in the upward trending direction. Now, that was a big buy signal. I mean, not necessarily a big buy signal, a big bullish candle. Now, what happened just then is the initial setups that we had where it showed the take profit, the entry point, went away because the chart went in a downward direction. It hit the stop loss, but we didn't take the trade because it wasn't an A plus setup. It didn't show bullish on the screen, so we didn't fall for that trade. And it's a good thing that we didn't. This is why it's important to really take heed to the 4 metrics so you position yourself to have the best chances of success. However, if that trade had been taken, it still had the chance of reversing and going back and being profitable. So it wasn't that it was a bad trade, it just didn't match our metrics, and as a result, we could have got stopped out because the stop loss was down, here, and that's what caused those lines to go away. But let's keep playing it, because now it's showing a big bullish candle with a daily bias being bullish, green momentum bar. All we need is the trending bar to reflect some greenery, and now we got an A plus setup. So we're waiting on A plus setups, especially if you're trying to pass a prop firm challenge. You want to position yourself to pass a prop firm challenge. Boom, just like that. Hold up, I kind of want to go back a little bit. Because that happens so quick. Let's see if it'll let me go back. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna just let it be. But what just happened, because keep in mind, each candle represents 2 minutes. We're in a 2-minute chart. It's playing faster than normal, so it wouldn't have happened this fast in a regular trade. A candle happened, the big bullish candle, then another one came, and it switched the daily bias to bullish. It switched it to bullish. That's what we're looking for. In addition to that, we want to see green momentum bar. That means that it's money flowing in and it has the potential to push, and green trend and a buy signal. So this is an A plus setup. So by the time that kicked off, it was an A plus setup. Had we caught it earlier, if it wasn't going so fast, we could have placed a trade right there. I'm still going to place a buy for the sake of the video, but this is an A plus setup. Why? Because we got 4 out of the 4 metrics met. We got a buy signal, which matches a bullish daily bias, which also matches a green trend happening, which also matches green momentum. A plus setup. You hit buy, Move that out the way so we can see. And then I'm gonna let it play out. Now it's moving faster than normal, as I stated, but I just want you to see the power in an A+ setup. Now keep in mind, fluctuation is gonna happen. It's not just gonna go in one direction, so you're gonna see some, fluctuation. Every now and then you might catch it to where it just goes in your favor, but the price point is still gonna adjust throughout the process. But we entered in the trade and it's going up and down, up and down. But we're still in the good, let me pause again, we're still in good buy territory, A+ territory, because at first I pointed out that it was A+ setup here. Now we really got some green momentum. Now we really got the green bars and the trends rolling in. So that's really strength and the potential of it going up. I know it's showing that we're at an $18 loss, but that doesn't escape the fact that an A+ setup has presented itself. Let's keep going, because this is what you got to pay attention to when it comes to passing a prop firm challenge. You just need a strategy that you can duplicate over and over again. When it comes to being a successful trader, it's not always about learning all of the lingo, all of the charts. Let me pause right there, because everything happens so sudden. It's not about just knowing all of the flags and memorizing all of the things. You want to have a strategy that you can duplicate over and over and over again with confidence until you develop your own additional strategies. You master one first. And this right here is mastering the A+ setup. Do those 4 things match on a buy? Do the 4 things match on a sell? If so, hit buy. If so, hit sell, depending on what it is. Now it's already hit take profit 1. Remember, I said the A+ setup has an 80% success rate in terms of likely hitting the TP1. It's hit the TP1. If I wanted to get out of this trade, because at the time of this candle, this trade had been going on about 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, maybe about 14 minutes. So under 15 minutes, $100 made. Now, if it was more contracts being traded, the $100 could have easily been $300 in 15 minutes. And this is just one trade, because the A+ setups tend to present themselves multiple times a day across multiple tickers. You just have to find your setup, find the ones you favor trading, and roll with that. But in this case, I can close out the position, take the $101 profit, and just see the power and how the A+ setup system works. So this system works. People have used this to pass prop firm challenges, become better traders, whether they were inexperienced or experienced. And the door is open for you to get access to it as well. If you want access to this tool, to this system, to where you're in control, you have the power, you have a skill set that allows you to become an asset, because you're learning how to get money out of the market versus depending on someone else or something else to get money out of the market for you, then it's a link down below, and you can tap that link and get access. And I look forward to seeing you on the other side. Mr. Smith signing out. Salute.